up, what's up? It's your boy, Shampoo Master here, your famous internet nobody, and today, I am here to talk about a couple of things. First off, they announced the whole set for GDO 2, or like the next booster box, and they announced the whole starter deck for the next one. Woo! That's what I've been waiting for, baby! Let's go! Super excited about that. There's just okay, first off, real talk. They showed us all the garbage cards almost. Every single garbage card, like pretty much. And then they left all the good ones for us to see now, which is crazy. Like, they showed us 2 Titan cards, and then the rest of the Titans are fucking awesome. Like, what the hell? But anyways, whatever. And we're here today to talk about 5 weird rulings in Gundam. I'm a little weird. I'm dressed up in my PJs, a little excited. I just wanted to talk about this because I think some of this is like good knowledge to know and like a good situation in case it ever comes up. But felt like talking about it. Hope you guys enjoy. And let's get to the weird rulings. All right, for weird ruling number 1, we have this situation. So, say your opponent has a blocker, a Zawart, as usual. They always do. They always have it on curve. And you have a choo-choo on your board and you want to attack with your choo-choo. So, you attack with your choo-choo. And like obviously you want to attack with your choo-choo for you can draw one and then discard one, get its effect. It's the only reason you play it really. And your opponent blocks with the Zawart. Obviously, you don't want you like draw a card and this helps you out in the situation. So you're like, okay, cool. I don't want my choo-choo to die. Let me close combat the Zawart. The Zawart dies, and what do you guys think happens? If you've played Magic, you get into this situation a lot, and you understand what happens here. So, how this works is, Zawart makes the Choo-Choo now start attacking him. He is the new target. It's not the shield. It's not the other card over the other unit over here. It is Zawart. So when you kill Zawart, bam, explodes. Choo-Choo doesn't die. But he also doesn't do damage to whatever he was originally attacking because now Choo-Choo's targeting Zawart, not anything else. But now that Zawart's gone, he's still defending from the grave like a homie. And you just tap your card and don't do any damage or attack. It's a simple situation. It's a really weird, like especially if you're not used to this situation or you're new to card games. This is just like a situation that could be really weird and confusing to you. But yeah, that's how this works because there is no blocker, but you're still attacking the Phantom blocker. So you do your attack into the Phantom blocker and nothing happens. Good to know in case you want to save a card like your Choo-Choo so you can keep attacking. Or if you just want to make sure something doesn't die. Really easy. Let's go on to weird situation number 2. Or weird ruling number 2. For weird ruling number 2, we have this situation. So say your opponent plays a token and puts a pilot under it. Like Char. And on your side of the board, you have a base up and random unit. It can be anything. I know you haven't seen this unit in forever. So the Char Zaku token attacks into life, trying to do 5 damage, and in response, you do the Witch and the Bride on it during action and bounces it back. So as you know, for the ruling for any card that is paired or has a pilot, the pilot goes wherever the unit goes. So for a token, where does it go? The token just disappears when it goes back to hand. So where does the pilot go? It doesn't get removed from play or anything, right? No. So what happens is the token will temporarily go in your hand for a couple of seconds, and then the pilot will go to your hand. Because wherever the unit goes, the pilot goes with it. So then the token disappears and the pilot goes to your hand. So you lose your unit, but you keep your pilot. There's a really weird situation that came up during one of my tournaments, so it was really nice to know. It's just interesting because like tokens are so like we always just like, oh yeah, it just dies, cool, disappears. But like when something's attached to it, then we have to figure out what happens in that situation. Because for example, when tokens go to the grave or go to the trash, they are in the trash for a second. They're in there for a second. They technically go to the trash, but then disappear. Same idea with hand. They go to your hand, for a second, disappear. It's how it goes. That's the ruling for that one. Very strange one. Really good to know, honestly, because sometimes you just rather just not bounce it at that point. Or you could just get rid of the token. But then they have a char in the hand again, which is, this is a crazy pilot, as you know. But, yep, that's a weird one. Let's go on to 3. All right, for ruling number 3, we have this situation with Rick Dom attacking into Charazaku 2. And before I do that, I'm going to be playing Simultaneous Fire. I know you guys don't see this card often, but this is really interesting to add. So, what happens when you use a card that says, give something Breach 3 when a card already has Breach? I've had a couple people ask this question in tournaments, so I figured it's weird enough to ask. And it's weird compared to like some other games where like it will take over or something like that. So like some people would think like, oh, this Breach 3 takes over the Breach 2, so now you just have Breach 3 on Rick Dom. But for Gundam, how it works is that they stack. So what happens is Rick Dom, instead of breaching for 2, all you do is add the Breach 3 to the 2. He breaches for 5, which is very crucial for a situation like this. You attack into the Charazaku, both of your guys die, and the base dies because you're breaching for 5. Absolute unit. But yeah, same idea with any card that has rebuild on it, like Gundam, or repair. It stacks on top of each other. So any card that's like this, like breach, repair, or some other keyword they might add in the future, they stack on top of each other, or you just add them together, and then you have a big, or either a big ass repair or a big ass breach. But yep, that's how that works. Let's go on to number 4. All right, for weird ruling number 4, we have this situation. So this situation is you're towards the end of the game. You've had a long game, especially if you, this is very important if you play green-white against blue-white, or just like a really long control-heavy matchup. Those go to time pretty consistently. So this is what this is. This is the time ruling. So what happens is you go to time. This might change over time. They might change the endgame rule. But for now, how it goes is whoever's turn it is, their turn 0. So it goes turn 0. So say I'm on the Kshatriya team. Turn 0. Then it goes to turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So you guys both get an extra 2 turns. And if it isn't decided after that, you guys are still at a weird stalemate. How the tiebreakers work now is it goes life, which is very crucial. So if you guys are tied in life, then you go to deck and how many cards are in your deck. This situation happened to me at a local. So we got down the time. We were like, well, seems like, so I was the Kshatriya player, and I was like, well, looks like I won because I have more shields than you. No, that's not how it works, because bases count as shields. It says shield area cards, not just like shields in general, but shield area cards, which includes bases. So bases count towards that. So it's really crucial to know. So if you're in a situation like it's going to be a stalemate, and if you're playing against a blue player, you probably won the deck out situation because they play a show of resolve all the time. So they probably drawn through the deck more than you have, and they'll probably lose. What was crazy is, in my situation, we both had the exact same amount of cards in our deck too. So technically, it was this situation, and we had 25 cards in our deck each, which is insane. Statistically, just insane that we had that. And what happens after that, you guys both get a double loss. Really shitty situation, really sucks, but can happen. Luckily, we found out the actual ruling after I won, technically. And he was pretty cool about it. He was like, hey, man, listen, if we had one more turn, you would have won. So I'll just give it to you. No worries. I'm not stressed about it. What a homie. Love that guy. But yep, that's the situation for endgame. So this is really crucial to know because if you get towards the end of the game, the rulings can be weird, but that's how it works. It goes shields, even including bases, then cards in deck. And if you guys have the same cards in deck, Double match loss. Have fun. All right. Let's get on to the last rule, number 5. Weird. For our final ruling, weird ruling number 5, we have just a general new mechanic, suppression. So let's talk about suppression. Suppression is interesting and needs to be clarified because, my goodness, I had so many questions when I first heard it. But I'll do like, I think 3 situations that we can talk about. So situation 1 is this spot. So your opponent has 2 shields. Suppression says when it attacks, it simultaneously flips 2 cards. This is very important because in our shields we have burst cards. Burst cards can activate their effect depending on what they do. So, for example, this is attacking. I attack my Barbados. It has damage, so it has suppression. So I flip these 2 cards. Bam! All right, we have Siege Ploy and Close Combat. How does this resolve? Because it seems kind of annoying because it seems like, oh, well, crap. Since this is at the top, I have to use this. Oh, it fails because Barbados is at 6 and I do Close Combat and then it gets suppression again. No. So how this works is you get to choose. Since they're happening simultaneously, you get to choose the order of these cards, which is awesome, especially in this situation. So you say, okay, cool. Let me use my Close Combat on this Barbados. Then I will use my Siege Ploy and rest the Barbados so I don't take another attack. Awesome situation. Definitely helps trying to figure out an optimal way of doing it. So that's good to know. Very good. Another situation is, say you have 1 life and opponent has a suppression card. How does this work? So you would think like, oh, if suppression works, it attacks, shield explodes, does whatever it does, and then they die because suppression technically attacks twice. No, that is not how it works. The way suppression is worded is that it says attacks 2 shield cards simultaneously, not opponent. The opponent is not a shield card. The opponent is the opponent. So they're very like literal with the things they say on the cards, which is good, but also can be very annoying sometimes. But this time it's pretty easy. Just suppression is shields only. Speaking of shields, okay, so say you're in this situation. You have 1 shield and a base. Okay, how does this work? Because I talked my last one, I said that bases count as shield area cards. How does this work? So technically I attack, I destroy this, and attack that, correct? No, because it's Barbados states that it says shield cards only, not shield area cards. I know this sounds so silly, but this is exactly how it's worded to deal with these situations. They're very literal. When they say shield area card or shield cards, they literally mean shield cards. So that works like that. Really good to know. Definitely keep an eye out for suppression, especially since the new set has a whole bunch more cards that have suppression, which is cool. I'm excited for them, but yeah, suppression is good to understand. So these are a couple situations that you know and how to deal with them. I hope these helped you out. Let's go to the outro. Woo-hoo-hoo! And that's all for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope these weird rulings help you guys out in case you ever run into them. I'm also super excited for the next set. It's going to be so sick. Can't wait to open more boosted boxes. Honestly, my favorite part about card games. I think everyone's favorite part about card games is opening nice, shiny new cards. I'm also excited for the starter deck. This starter deck looks like the best one they've released so far, honestly, because like it has so many crazy. I don't know, because Gundam and Ailstrike are like 2 top contenders for that. But still, I don't know. Clan, keep an eye out for Clan. Clan's gonna be insane because Machu just gets so much value off of doing stuff. But super excited. I hope you guys are. Comment below if what new card you guys are most excited for. Tell me. I'd love to hear it. But that's going to be all for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And love y'all. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's get to 1,000 subs. Keep grinding for that counter. Keep going up, guys. I'm excited. And I'll keep posting more Gundam videos and more video game videos as usual. But that's going to be it. That's going to be all for the video. This is going to be Shampoo getting out of here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.